This week's Monday motivation is about trusting your body. There's just this theme that's been sort of swirling in my head because of the Radical Stress Resilience workshop over the weekend, where we talked about the difficulty of tuning into our body. Also, preparation for the Peace and Power and Perimenopause retreat, which is coming up in the spring, and how confusing that is because your body starts to feel sort of like a foreigner. And then I was also re-listening to the recent podcast with Behind the Bite, where we were talking about, the difficulty of being in the medical system when you are in a larger body or going through perimenopause or a person of color or just kind of anyone who doesn't fit like a very specific, very narrow set of characteristics. It can feel very frustrating to try to seek help because we're often told that we don't really know what's best for our bodies. And I mean, listen, I didn't go to med school, um, but I did have years of symptoms that were creeping up on me, um, many of them mental health related, but also increasing heart palpitations. And then eventually the I got flashes in the face, like red, pink cheeks, um, increasing ringing in my ears, all kinds of strange symptoms that just kind of, I don't know, it's a weird thing. It'll come and it'll go. And it's only recently, actually, well, after I started to advocate for myself and do some research because of the heart palpitations eventually putting me in the hospital, that I realized that what was probably happening is that I was actually in perimenopause. And the story of being told by a medical professional that it's you're too young or it's too early or it's not you or that's not quite how it is. I've heard that from people over and over and over again. And I just have to tell you that every single person with a uterus who goes through this process experiences it differently. And there's a ton of online communities out there who, um, create an environment of like just letting people share, and it's amazing the wide ranging symptoms that people have, and it's really just taught me more and more, even beyond the pain experience, which already taught me to listen to my body. It's really taught me that the more that I take time like tuning in on the daily of what is my homeostasis, or like what's my base level energy, mood, and where do I feel things in my body? Do I feel tingling or discomfort? Or I've just really tried to spend time turning in and not focusing for the reason of being like hyper like vigilant and panicky about it, right? Because for the most part, like these are passing sensations, right? But just for the purposes of being the expert on my body, for being aware of when things change and when that's a signal. And I really just think that's a healthy practice because it gets us really tuned into when stress is starting to really show up for us. It gets us tuned into those hormonal shifts and sort of when we maybe need to adjust HRT if you're on it, or, do something differently, try a new supplement. I mean, I never used to be a big supplement person, but now I'm definitely experimenting with different things to see how it affects my body. And um, yeah, I just feel like there's just a lot of people out there who, for the longest time in my life, I'll say, but probably in yours too, who've been sort of telling me how to feel. And I'm done with that. So, yeah, my motivation to you today, if you are a person with a uterus who is experiencing kind of changes and you believe that you may be in a process, don't let folks tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm also happy to chat about my own experience. I am by no means a menopause expert, but I can certainly direct you to the resources I know. And then B, if in any situation you find yourself questioning whether you are overthinking something in your body, or whether you are you know, um, becoming too like a nervous Nelly, or I don't know what the words escape me, but if you find yourself second guessing or doubting your beliefs that something is off, I would just really test that, like question that. And even if you don't do anything about it in the moment, maybe just start to take notes. I like to try to journal a little bit every day about what I'm feeling. And I think that we can learn so much, that we have so much knowledge just inherently in us that we don't ever get a chance to tap into because we're so busy looking outwards. And as I said in the workshop on Saturday, we have to turn the mic inwards. I feel like this is my saying of 2024. Turn the mic inwards to hear what the body is telling us because it has a lot to say. And all we need to do is listen and we can really learn a lot of things. So, listen to your body and have a wonderful Monday. See you.